Hello, my name is Dr. Diwan S. Raja. Today I will discuss about the histology of the smooth muscle. The smooth muscle cells are spindle-shaped cells with tapered end. So this is the smooth muscle cell and it is spindle-shaped. It has tapering end and each cell contains one centrally located nucleus. This is the longitudinal section of the smooth muscle. And the muscle cells having endomysium, very thin endomysium, connective tissue around the muscles, and these are very thin or minimum connective tissue. So the smooth muscle with spindle-shaped appearance, with minimum connective tissue, they have no striations. They have actin, myosin, tropomyosin, but these are not well organized, so there is no striations. Now we'll go to the location of the smooth muscle. Smooth muscles are present in the wall of the intestine, in the respiratory system, suppose in the posterior part of the trachea, where we'll get trachealis muscle. In the bronchus, we'll get the bronchial smooth muscle, the genitourinary system in the wall of the ureter, urinary bladder, and we'll get in the tunica media of the blood vessel, the smooth muscles. This is a cross section of the smooth muscle. So as because the muscle cells are spindle shaped, if you have a cross section, the sum of the cell, the section goes through the center, will get the centrally located nucleus. But some cell, the section goes at the periphery of the cell, so that the nucleus, a part of the nucleus is shown here, small size here. Even we may not get nucleus in some of the sections because it is beyond the nucleus. So nucleus is smaller than that of the muscle cell. So it is spindle-shaped muscle cell. It is located in the center. So in a cross section, we may not get the nucleus in all the cells. Okay, so and even we may get small part of the nucleus at the if the section goes to the periphery of the spindle. The smooth muscle cells are linked by numerous gap junctions. We call it nexus. It is not shown here, but there are numerous gap junctions for the transfer of ions, especially calcium ion, so that the multiple smooth muscle may contract as a unit. Thick and thin filaments in the smooth muscles do not form sarcomere. No striations are present. The actin filaments are attached to the alpha-actinin of the dense body. Dense body also has the attachment to the intermediate filament called desmin and vimentin. Histology of the smooth muscle. Sarcoplasmic reticulum is less organized. What is sarcoplasmic reticulum? That is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum of the muscular of the muscle cell. Okay, so it is the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. There is no T tubule. Troponin is absent. Protein controlling sliding filament include MLCK. This is the myosin light chain kinase, and Calmodulin, that is a protein, and the smooth muscle cell contain desmin, vimentin. These are the intermediate filament. They are connected to the dense body. Dense body are present inside the cytoplasm of the smooth muscle cell near the cell membrane. Cell membrane is also called sarcolemma. Okay, so sarcolemma, cell membrane, sarcoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth muscle fiber is same as smooth muscle cell. Okay, we'll go to the histology in details here a little bit. Calcium is delivered by caveola and by cytoplasmic vesicle. We have no T-tubule, but caveola are the invagination of the cell membrane. Invagination of the smooth muscle cell membrane. Actin-myosin binding occur with myosin phosphorylation by MLCK, that is myosin light chain kinase, triggered when calmodulin binds calcium. Contraction of the smooth muscle is triggered by a variety of impulses like mechanical impulse. So some food bolus getting inside the intestine that may stimulate the peristalsis. Electrical activity due to the transfer of the ion through the gap junction. Hormonal activity by the action of hormone, maybe local hormone like paracrine secretion, and also it may come from the posterior pituitary, from the hypothalamus, like that of the oxytocin formed in the hypothalamus, stored in the posterior pituitary, and the oxytocin work on the uterus, especially the gravid uterus, also in the breast. So during labor, during the delivery process of the baby, oxytocin has a very important role to contract the uterus. The lactating mom, it is an important role to eject milk. Okay. Smooth muscles are innervated by autonomic nerves like sympathetic, parasympathetic. Smooth muscle has the capacity to regenerate rapidly because they are small cell, they are less organized, so they are rapidly regenerated. Okay. Some medical application, leiomyoma, that is a tumor of the smooth muscle, the myometrium of the uterus, although it is called fibroid, this is a misnomer term. This is a benign tumor and it may obstruct the uterine cavity, may cause excessive hemorrhage, menorrhagia. Okay, even it may lead to infertility to a certain extent. Hypertrophy, that means cell size will be increased. Hyperplasia, cell number increase. Atrophy, cell size is decreased. Okay, hypertrophy, hyperplasia is seen in pregnant women. Okay, so the cell size is variable. In a pregnant woman, the smooth muscle cell length may be up to 500 micron. Otherwise, it is in other places around 5 to 7, maybe 5 to 10 micron, the length of the smooth muscle. Okay, we got the hyperplasia, excessive cell formation, hypertrophy, excess size of the cell formation, atrophy, that means there will be decrease in the cell mass. Okay, so it may be due to decreased size and also decreased number of the muscle. So these two happen during pregnancy, and atrophy and involution happen after the delivery of the baby. So we have some highlights here. Identifying point, we have the spindle shape or fusiform smooth muscle cell, centrally located nucleus with minimum connective tissue around it like endomysium, perimysium, that contains blood vessels, capillaries, and the nerves. And this is the inner circular layer of the intestine, outer longitudinal layer of the smooth muscle. In the outer longitudinal muscle layer of the intestine here, this is the histological feature of the muscles of the urinary bladder. Cells are oriented differently. These are in cross section. This is in longitudinal section. And this is the perimysium connective tissue containing blood vessels, nerve, and that will go to the around the endomysium of the individual smooth muscle. This is the these are the structure indicates the endomysium, so thin endomysium around each cell, and these are composed of reticulin fibers. No sarcomere, no striation. There is gap junction, we call it nexus. Caveola are the invagination of the cell membrane on the smooth muscle associated with calcium transfer function. With the dense body that is all present in the cytoplasm, site of attachment of the actin filament and also the intermediate filament, desmin and the vimentin. No troponin, no T-tubule, involuntary contraction, and innervated by the autonomic nervous system, sympathetic, parasympathetic. Okay, in case of uterus, we have the oxytocin from the hypothalamus via the posterior pituitary. We have also the same hormone that also work on the lactating breast to eject milk. Okay, so these are my references, and that's all about the histology of the smooth muscle. If you like my video, please support my channel. Please subscribe me. Please share the information with your friends. If you have any question, please feel free to ask me. And have a nice day. Bye now.